Hey guys, so if you saw my Bird Box review movie, so I'm doing like a little Halloween reviews on some old movies. So this movie is Poltergeist, which was a 1982 film, and I actually saw this movie when I was 5 years old in 1982. So this thing freaked me out. Um, this thing got 7.3 out of 10 on IMDb. Um, So, strange and creepy happenings beset an average California family, the Freelings, Steve, Diane, Dana, Robbie, and 5-year-old Carol Ann. When ghosts continue to commune with them through the television set. Initially friendly and playful, the spirits turn unexpectedly menacing, and when Carol Ann goes missing, Steve and Diane turn to a parapsychologist and eventually an exorcist for help. So, Steven Spielberg, it's a story by him, produced by him and Frank Marshall. Um, side note, there was this was called a poltergeist curse also because Carol Ann, played by Heather O'Rourke, she passed away from, it was a health, I believe it was something with her stomach, I'm not sure. Dana, the one that played Dana, she passed away. And I want to say, I'm just looking real quick, y'all. She was strangled by her ex-boyfriend. Yeah, and there was actually some other people that passed away. Of course, I mean, at a younger age. That's what I mean. There were older people that passed away from this movie too. But anyways, so yeah, guys, this was back in the day when you were watching TV at nighttime and that thing just turned off. It turned smooth off. There was nothing you can do. That anthem started playing and the TV went to static. That means it was time for you to go to bed. You know, even if you didn't go to bed, you had to lay down, act like you're sleeping, especially when you're little. But anyway, so Carol Ann was always in this TV. And I think the father was a real estate agent. And they got this house, and all these weird things started happening. Now, I'm not sure in the beginning. I think Carol Ann was watching. She was watching the TV and something strange was happening. So I'm not sure if they had moved yet. You guys have to correct me on that. I'm not really sure about that. But yeah, they moved into this house and it was nice. They were all cookie cutter houses. Like they all looked the same. And it looked nice, this nice valley, beautiful scenery. So like Carol Ann was just always in this TV and is asking her how old she is, just like it was a friend her age. Um and then Robbie, her older brother, I think he was like 9. She was like 5, he was 9, Dana was like 16. And Robbie and Carol Ann shared a room, so he was always like, he just probably, kids can feel things. They said kids and animals. Um, he saw, that he had this clown toy that was freaking him out. And just all these crazy things started happening. Then the one day that furniture starts moving. The mom thinks, that's cool, which that would freak me out. Um, so the day the tree came alive, which they came to find out, they said the explanation was a tornado, but the tree came alive to get Robbie out the room, um, and they're all trying to rescue Robbie from this tornado, the tree that came alive, and Carol Ann gets kidnapped through the closet. So that whole situation, I didn't really. It's like they took her to a parallel universe between the afterlife and the now. I don't know. I don't know how to describe that. So they had a team to come out, the parapsychologist. And the parapsychologist, she couldn't do anything, so she called the little short lady. And I can call her short because I'm short. What was her name? Zelda Rubenstein. I like to see how tall she was. She was 4'3". Okay, so I guess she was the exorcist, so she's the one that ultimately got Carol Ann back. And this is the part I don't understand. Okay, they, after all this happened, they got Caroline back. Carol Ann. They got Carol Ann back. They were gonna move, packing up boxes, but they ended up spending another night there. Who does that? It wouldn't have been me. And Steven was mad at his boss. That's come to find out they put all these houses on top of the cemetery. That's what he said. You moved the headstones. You didn't move the people, but you moved the headstones. Like, of course, you know they probably did that because of money. How much money would it have cost to dig up, exhume all those dead bodies? And ever since then, it made me wonder, how often does this happen? How often do people build things on top of human remains? And it was one thing if you don't know you're doing it, but you know you're doing it and you do it anyway. So yeah, y'all, this movie, I have been watching horror movies since about 1980, and I was only 3 years old, and that's because I used to follow my grandma around, and we went to see Friday the 13th. That was the first one, I believe. I think it was the first one, y'all, and I was scared. But you know, I was like a horror movie buff, which I'm surprised my channel isn't all about horror movies. I just have so many different interests that it's hard to narrow something down for your channel. But Poltergeist was like one of my favorites. And then, you know, when they moved away, or they moved to the hotel. No, they moved to the hotel. They went to the hotel that night when they finally got out the house, which all this calamity and you know, the monsters dead people was trying to take the kids, and the mom, she got thrown into the swimming pool that was getting built, and all these dead bodies just popping up, which is what I want to say. For 1982, the graphics and the special effects were excellent on this movie. It's like, wow, Steven Spielberg, yeah, he did that. Um, So I like movies that really make you think and really make you scared. But like I said, I was 5 years old, so I was extra scared. Um, and like till this day, I do wonder like what things are buried under. Like even when new properties are built, old properties are built. What's underneath? Like what lies beneath? Now that's a crazy movie too. I might do that one. Um, there are houses around here that have graveyards, little graveyards, which are probably their relatives in their backyard. So um, that is very interesting. And another interesting thing was like my mom and my grandma, when I was little, we used to go visit graveyards to read the headstones. So that might be a little strange for y'all. Of course, at the time, I didn't think it was strange, but now I kind of think it might be a little strange. I don't know. Might be a little nice because probably, people that have passed away, they don't get visitors. So it is interesting to go look at the history to see, like, when this person was born and when did they die and the different messages they have on their gravestone. So, let me see. Is there anything else I want to say about Poltergeist? Poltergeist 2. Didn't really like that. It was okay, but that was the old dude that was in charge of the spirits. I think he was after Carol Ann again. Poltergeist 3, I really didn't care for that because she was visiting her aunt and uncle, I think Carol Ann was. So the other kids weren't even in it. And her aunt and uncle lived in a high rise, and then just all this weird. When stuff starts getting weird, I like movies that kind of have a little logic. So this had no logic at all. Um, then they did a 2015 Poltergeist, which I really think that people should leave remakes alone, just like they did Pet Cemetery. They should have left that alone, in my opinion. Alright, guys, so what did you think about Poltergeist? I know you saw it already. And if not, you may want to see it again to refresh your memory. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, rate the video, and we'll talk next time.